In this video, we're going to show an alternate method for editing our stock proposal pack templates that has some benefits for a few different situations. This new feature is called the MyTemplates subfolder. So if you look in your proposal kit installation, usually it's the C drive, proposal kit folder, proposal pack folder, you'll see a new folder called MyTemplates. It has a little README, a little instruction manual, so read that for the details. We're going to basically be covering what's in that README. And there's an examples folder with a couple example templates. And this will show you how a couple templates have been set up for this use. This folder will start out empty, and this is for you to copy our stock templates into, and any of our stock templates you copy into this folder and edit, your custom versions in this folder will be used instead of our stock template library. And just to show where all of our stock templates are. So in this example, we have our Aqua number 6 design theme installed. Whatever design theme you've purchased and installed will be your current style. And in every proposal pack design theme, here's the root folder in your C drive, C/proposal kit, proposal pack, Aqua 6 V18. There's a document subfolder, word subfolder. Now this is where the over 2,000 chapter templates, you can see the counted files here, are stored. Now in the past, if you wanted to make your own edits to our stock templates that get pulled into every proposal, you would just open and edit our stock templates in this folder. Now since there's over 2,000, that can be a little cumbersome sometimes to manage. So we'll go over the benefits of putting your own copy into the MyTemplates folder. And the wizard has features to manage this for you, copying the templates from our stock folder into this folder and manipulating the documents to get them in the format needed. So we'll cover all those features in the wizard software next. Now some of the reasons for doing this, beyond just keeping your own copies in the folder, the one benefit is that does consolidate all your changes to our stock templates into one location. That makes it easier to migrate from an old system to a new system, and it helps keep all of your custom content self-contained within a new folder versus scattered around within a folder of thousands of other files. So another benefit for this is the wizard has a feature where it can build you a editable version of any of our sample proposals. Now, in that case, there's a separate set of these pages for all the samples. Now, if you want to be able to use that sample content in future proposals versus just a one-off, this feature will help you copy the sample content pages into the MyTemplates folder for future reuse. Also, if you have a network setup where you've put the proposal pack design theme set of chapters out on a shared network for everybody, but then you want to have individual users have their own copy of a particular document, use the MyTemplates folder. And another benefit is if you are one of the companies that have multiple design themes that you switch between, but you have pages that are going to be identical between the proposals you create in different design themes, instead of having to maintain multiple copies of those chapters, one for each design theme, you can use a single copy in the MyTemplates subfolder. So those are all the benefits to using this new MyTemplates feature. So I'll show next here in the wizard how you copy our stock templates into the MyTemplates folder. So the first place is in the Document Styles button. Click Edit Style. Click the Manage Templates tab. Click the Edit Stock Templates button. This screen gives you access to the thousands of templates that I showed you in that document/Word folder. You can open that folder with this button, but we're going to use this copy to my templates folder. Now we can sort these lists alphabetical. So let's say we want to have our own copy of the company history page. So we'll just go into C's. Find the company history. Now once I've selected an item, you'll see the yellow arrow pointing here to these buttons. If I click the first one, this will open the stock template. So you can see here's our stock company history. Now for use in the My Templates folder, because that removes the use of the design theme so that these templates can be used in multiple design themes, we have to remove all elements. So we'll be removing this company history chapter header, and any other design themes elements, say like these footers, custom bullet points, the colors will be changed to a base default design, and the wizard will do all that for you. Okay, so this is the stock one. Now I want to copy that into the My Templates folder. So I'm just going to click this button and just click through the messages. Will this template be used across multiple design themes? I'm going to say yes, because that's going to cause the wizard to change some elements in that copy, and we'll show you what it does. Okay, now that the copy is done, I can open the folder, I can open the file. And you see in my templates subfolder, we now have a company history. So if I click this open template button, it's going to be the same as double clicking this file right here. Alright, so now here is the copy. You'll notice the company history chapter header has been removed. The blue colors have been changed to gray and black, and the footer's been removed. So now this is in a default design theme. So now that no matter what proposal back design theme we've got, say if we have Aqua 6 and we switch to a completely different design theme with different logos, different colors, when the proposals get built and this copy from the My Templates get used, the design theme will be applied during assembly. So this copy here can now be used across multiple design themes. Alright, and that's all there is to it. Now I can edit this copy, company history, in the My Templates folder as much as I want every time I build a new proposal in the future using the company history chapter. My edits from the company history template in the My Templates folder will get used instead of our stock copy. Okay, that's all there is to it. Now I'll show you the second place you can copy documents into the My Templates folder, and this will show you how to use the sample content. Okay, so now in the document projects button, number 2, so we're adding a new project, or if you're editing an existing project, click the Pick Documents button, and you have to go to the Add Templates tab. And you have to click the Show All Templates button. So now we have access to the thousands of templates in these drop-downs. And again, you can select the alphabetic list, it doesn't matter. And that will make it a little easier. Now we can find, say, company history, all the others. Now, you may have already selected chapters for a proposal. And if you've done so, say we've clicked off cover letter, title page, back page, introduction, company history. Say we've selected the chapters for our proposals. Now we want to have a custom version of ours. Click the Show All Templates button and just click this Only Show Templates Selected in My Project. And now instead of the thousands of chapters, only the 5 we selected are these drop downs. That makes it really easy to select them and make a copy. Now we can do the introduction. I'm going to open up the stock template really quick. You can see introduction, it's got the chapter header. I'm going to copy this to my templates folder. And you can see the copy on my templates folder just has the header and footer removed. Now for sample content. Let's say we're doing an architectural design sample proposal. You know, we can pop open the PDF sample, take a look at it, we can see what chapter's in here. And let's use the concepts template. We're going to make a copy of the concepts chapter from the sample proposal, because this is going to be different than the stock fill in the blank chapter. So we're going to import the content from the sample into the project. So you have the concepts chapter imported. Now if we just build the proposal here, it'll build it from the sample content. But say we want to build future proposals using some of the sample content. So we're going to click Add Templates. And we can click the Concepts chapter. Now if I click the Edit Stock Template button, you can see this is just a fill-in-the-blank general purpose concepts chapter. This is different than what you just saw in the sample. The sample is a filled-in version from an actual proposal. I want to make a copy of the sample content. So, just like before, we click the Copy to My Templates Folder button, and you're going to see a different message. It's going to ask you if you want to copy the sample content or the fill in the blank. So we're going to click Yes to copy the sample version. And you can see now we have a copy of the concepts chapter in the My Templates folder. Double click that and you can see this is the filled in sample content, not the stock fill in the blank content. Alright, so now every proposal I create in the future that has the concepts chapter selected will use this page from that sample, which I can edit. This is the easy way to make edits to our sample content for your future proposal use. And you can see too that the chapter header is removed. The bullet points have been changed to our stock diamond bullet points. So that way they get rebuilt into the design theme later. And we'll show this really quick. So I have 3 chapters: company history, concepts, introduction. Introduction, concepts, company history are all selected for our project. So we'll build a project here in the Aqua 6 design theme using these 3 chapters that can get pulled in from our My Templates folder. Okay, this document's been generated. We'll pop it open. Alright, so this introduction text got pulled in from this My Templates introduction template. And you can see the design theme put back the chapter header. And the background design theme flows from the rest of the document. The footers get put back in. Okay, the concepts chapter, this got pulled back in from the MyTemplates folder. So you can see here the concepts chapter and got pulled in from this copy in the MyTemplates folder. So you can see the design theme got applied by the wizard as it did the assembly. That's why we get back the concepts chapter header, the sidebar graphics, the colors, custom bullet points, footer. It's only the text that you want in a generic looking design in the MyTemplates version. And that will get pulled in to the assembled proposal with the design theme applied. So if we had a completely different design theme, this same text here would get pulled in and then the different design theme applied. And company history is pulled in from this MyTemplates chapter. And again, the colors, header, footer, all get applied by the wizard. And that is all there is to using this new MyTemplates folder feature. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and click subscribe to keep up on the latest proposal writing tips with Proposal Kit.